Welcome in Week 4 Simulation Football League action. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the site of this Simulation Football League action. The Florida Storm hosts the San Diego Mavericks. Simulation Football League brought to you by APM Music. In the broadcast booth tonight, I am Stephen Hacker alongside Mark Lopez. In the stacked truck tonight is Ron Haynes. We got Jay Hayden and James Walters in there as well. Back at SFL HQ, producer is Cameron Irvine. Going to be a good matchup here tonight, Mark, as we're looking at these two teams. San Diego coming in at 1-2, Florida at a 2-1 record for this ball game. And Mark, I'm going to kick it over to you. Why don't you give us the key points for this matchup?
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting game for sure. Steven, you have Florida coming off of a huge game last week. A good win thanks to their defense. The 7-point victory margin that they had was scared off of a pick six by Evan Carroll late in the game, and they never looked back after that. San Diego as well, putting on an impressive performance last week with their first win of the season, pouring on over 400 passing yards, and that will be the keys to the game. On one end, you have Scar Patterson utilizing his two incredible targets with Liam Hammer and Gunnar Lewis. Will he be able to get through this Florida defense that has been the number one in takeaways?
Yeah, 19 forced turnovers for the Storm, and that's going to put Scar Patterson's mettle to the test here tonight, as we know they like to air the ball out. Definitely going to come down to Scar Patterson taking care of the ball. Offensively for the Storm, I think Bullet Biletsky could be that X factor here at home for the Florida team. Florida in tonight's ball game wearing the all-red uniforms. San Diego going to be in the all-white. Kicking away right to left. Florida gets this one underway. San Diego returner about 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Going to bring this one out. Cut out to the right side. Breaks loose. Finally brought down at the 27-yard line. That's number 88, Optimus Klein.
That looked like it could have been something, but that's also Optimus Klein. So you know that with him, the ball in his hands, anything can happen. So good job on Florida and taking him down. Florida, interesting. Optimus Klein, one of the former Florida, alumni, now in the opposing team.
Co-owner as well. Scar Patterson under center, second season for the Mavericks. Going to hand off, met in the backfield, stopped immediately by Alex Dominguez, and that's going to be a 2-yard loss.
When you have Alex Dominguez, who has the record for most sacks and tackles in the history of the league going up, you have Christian Pierce, rookie, for his merit, it's going to be a tough matchup for sure.
Very seasoned in there at the defensive tackle spot. Split back look now for the Mavericks. Going to be another handoff, this time fighting forward. Breaks loose there at the first wave. That's going to be the fullback Nick Hoagland, fourth season with the Mavericks, 6 foot, 230-pound fullback.
Yeah, a little more successful on that one play right there, Nick Hoagland. It's going to be the Nick Hoagland and Christian Pierce halfback fullback combo. The back, we don't see both of them this time, but they will be sharing the load of this run game.
Patterson bunched to the bottom of the screen, play action fake, and caught on the left sideline. Pass was complete just past the first down marker, out of bounds at the 38-yard line. That's number 44, tight end Bill Cherry.
Yeah, that's one thing that they're going to look to, do well in this game. They're going up against Florida, who has allowed a huge percentage of third down conversions, 66%. That is the worst in the league, and San Diego is looking to take advantage of that.
First drive of the game and the first down of the game for the Mavericks. Base 4-3 defense for the Storm. Patterson's going to unload.
Oh my!
And intercepted off the deflection. Room to run down the right, up the middle, and number 29 for the Storm has that interception. That was Evan Carroll, the 6'2", 195-pound cornerback, 12 seasons in the league.
What an absolute veteran move right here. Comes off of a deflection, picks it up, almost a shoelace catch right there, and he picks up where he left off from last week after his go-ahead pick six touchdown, and now another interception of his own, the first one in this game. Impressive from the veteran.
Now Florida going to get their handed offense just past midfield on the San Diego side of things. 9.5 minutes here in this first quarter. Cochran deep drop, looks left sideline, passes out there and caught a falling receiver That's EJ Minson catches that one before falling out of bounds.
And a good start to this game. Ron Cochran, Steven, throughout the first 3 games of this season, maybe a little unlike himself. He is so far has the fewest yards amongst all starting quarterbacks in the league after 3 games. So we'll see if he looks to improve on that, or will Charlie Beletsky be another uh, beast in this offense?
Power I formation. Cochran throws out in the flats. J.W. Doyle, the fullback, gets some yards on that one. Stopped just short of the first down marker. Why don't we introduce this Florida Storm offense, Mark? We got quarterback Ron Cochran, halfback Charlie Beletsky, fullback J.W. Doyle. Wide receivers are Stephen Bush, Art Vandelay, and E.J. Minson. The tight ends are Veridin Zarkov and Ron Haynes. The offensive linemen are Caden Poirier, Joseph Wade, and Greg McDonaldson. Now a handoff. Doyle going to get the third down carry. Plenty of room to run. Marked down at the 32-yard line.
That might be a little, play that they're going to have a lot more in their playbook this week with Doyle and the fullback position, Charlie Beletsky in the halfback position. Beletsky has been dangerous all season, has had maybe not too much yards overall, but just last week eclipsed 100 yards in one game.
Got an ace formation for the Storm. Quick drop from Cochran, fires out to the running back, and a swing pass. Beletsky able to get 1 yard out of that one. Defensively for the Mavericks, on the line, Mac Dre and Kratos Maximus set the edge. Nick Brummer is the interior defensive tackle. Linebackers are Leon Thunderman, Garrett Evans, and Pete Mitchell. Corners, Tom Krieg and Zach Lay. Free safeties are KJ Bailey and Raylan Earl III. Strong safeties are Zach Holdorf and Marcus Hawk. The second 9. Cochran's going to go under center. Another handoff to J.W. Oh, that's Beletsky, who's going to fall forward, and it's going to set up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to be utilizing Beletsky a lot as usual this season. Already has 54 total carries in the season. It's about middle of the league. But, just from his performance last week, Steven, I think they're going to want to pick up where he left off, same as how their defense picked up where they left off.
Beletsky had 106 on the ground last week. Cochran looked down the middle in a slant pattern, but the Mavericks in good field position knocked that one away.
Yeah, usually all slants like that are good for, short gains down the middle. Plenty of options, using the defense. But no, number 22, Zach Holder, good at that coverage right there. Good bat down and good stop, forcing B. Well, this will be for a field goal for them. And if not for that interception, the good field position would not have been for a field goal.
Absolutely, Evan Carroll setting up Florida with great field position. Florida couldn't really get much going, but they didn't have to do much to get in field scoring range. Ethan Sneed, the kicker, on to kick this one up and good from 42. Florida's going to take the lead here at home with their first possession, 3-0 here, Mark.
Yeah, and a good start to this game so far. 42-yard field goal. Total of, this is 7 plays. For, some yardage gain, they didn't need, as you said, a lot to get into field goal range. But they converted on that interception, and that might be a key to this game. It's going to be the points after turnovers. We know that Florida has a lot of generates a lot of turnovers, and it's going to be a question of how many points can they get out of those interceptions, maybe fumbles as well.
Optimus Klein lowers his shoulder, brought the ball out to the 23-yard line. Florida, with that interception, now up to 20, leading the SFL in takeaways this season. Absolutely on fire to start the season, averaging up to this game, averaging 6 turnovers a game. So it's just unbelievable effort from the defensive unit of the Storm. Gar Patterson going to get his second possession here in this ball game. Going to go under center. Going to be a stretch play. Oakland going to get the carry, lowers his shoulder, drags the defender. Going to get 7. Nice carry by the fullback there.
Nice carry by him. That is his second carry of the afternoon. Puts him up to over 20 in the season. We know that they don't, run the ball a lot, only at around a clip of 20-25% over the first 3 weeks. But already we've seen them run more than they've passed in this game.
Maybe took some notes, saw that Florida is definitely generating a lot of turnovers, and maybe made some adjustments to their game plan, definitely favoring some heavy looks here as the handoff to the running back's going to go forward and get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Christian Pierce really struggling here early.
Yeah, I mean, when you have this front line of, Stoneville, Tomello, and Alex Dominguez, all who have been in the league and with this team for their entire stay, Alex Dominguez, a 12 season veteran, it's going to be rough.
Play action fake for Patterson, looking there, left sideline, finds it, and a nice play, nice pitch and catch. Gunnar Lewis, the receiver there on the left sideline.
And another pass play for a conversion by Scar Patterson. He just wants to avoid, a situation where he throws it into coverage. With plays like this, following a gain of a few and convert on third downs, that might be their path forward.
Wearing number 9 at the quarterback position there is Scar Patterson. Halfback is Christian Pierce. Fullback is Nick Hoagland. The wide receivers, Liam Hammer, Gunnar Lewis, and Optimus Klein. Tight ends, Julian Gusters and Bill Cherry. Offensive lineman after the snap. 1st and 10. Hoagland's going to get the carry up the middle, lowers the shoulder. Dragged down after a 5-yard gain. Offensive lineman for the Mavericks, DeBrickshaw Molyneux and Finley Jane.
And that play, that was a good run in the middle. Good hole opened up by, the interior lineman, and picks up a good chunk of yards, 5 yards. It's a good start for this, set of downs.
Another split back look. Showing the run. They do get the handoff in, and I believe that was Pierce going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain.
Just a brick wall, I guess in this case a stone wall, as Stoneville shows up to plug the hole, and still is Christian Pierce. We're still waiting for him to, quote unquote, pierce through this line. He has once for 5 yards. We're waiting for him to get another one for more.
One more punt, and I'm going to have to put you on a timeout, Mark. You were getting hot there, but take it easy, though. Sideline throw. Optimus Gunnar Lewis is there again and runs out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down. Scar Patterson now up to 24 yards passing.
And again, the same exact play, Steven. They keep doing the same exact play. They'll end up in the end zone. And I know it might seem, you might get tired of it soon if they keep doing this. Same as how I'm getting you tired of my punts. But if it works for them, they're going to keep doing it.
Got in that Joker's look again. Hoagland's going to get the first down carry. Able to fall forward for the 1 yard. Why don't we introduce the Florida Storm defense? Deontay Stoneville and Alessandro Tomello are the defensive ends. Alex Dominguez in there at the defensive tackle spot. Linebackers are Stephen Black, Ryan Tobin, and Aaron Gooden. Corners are Ryan Davidson, Evan Carroll, and Adam Jones. The free safety is Adrian Blaine, and the strong safety is Andrew Francis. 2nd and 9, play action play. Over the middle, passes there. Nick Hoagland, the fullback, now as a receiver, gets brought down just 1 yard short of the first down marker.
It's an interesting utilization of Hoagland. Put him in the receiver slot, but not only that, he also run a great route down, cut inside into the middle underneath the defender, so that Patterson can throw it to only where he can catch it.
3rd and 1 from the Florida 39. San Diego goes into a shotgun play action play. The curl route ran by the running back after the play action, and it was just enough for the first down. Great route, and Pierce was hit as he was making that reception. Not a lot of running backs can make that kind of catch while taking that contact, Mark.
Yeah, which is why I love that play, Steven, because, that play action, on one end, the previous play was to Nick Hoagland, but this time Christian Pierce, after the play action, is able to run forward beyond the first down line and make the catch.
Patterson now going to unleash the dragon down the middle into double coverage. Pass is caught down to the Florida 7-yard line, and that is the receiver that's number 11, it looks like. That's Liam Hammer going to get the reception.
That's Liam Hammer, again, showing his incredible catching ability amidst the presence of 2 defenders. He doesn't flinch, picks it out of the air for a huge gain for San Diego. What a play.
Had to make sure I wasn't calling out number 81 there, Gunnar Lewis. But yeah, Liam Hammer now getting on the board, and San Diego in great field position. 1st and goal from the 7, handoff up the middle. Going to get 4 yards out of that one. It actually looks like the backup fullback in on this play is Nick Hoagland getting the workload coming down the field. That's McGuire going to get a first down carry.
Maybe they're, resting Hoagland. He had the one carry followed by the one reception. Maybe got a little tired, but we'll see. Maybe he might be back for this playing position.
Pierce is the lone back here. Bunch wide receivers to the left side, top of the screen. Patterson's going to go under center goal line look from Florida. Patterson, corner route, back of the end zone is there. Touchdown, San Diego. Finds the receiver in the back corner of the end zone as Florida was in that goal line look. Gunnar Lewis gets San Diego on the board.
I think that was just a breakdown of coverage, Steven. There was nobody there to cover him. And yeah, everyone was focused on, I think, Liam Hammer running in the middle. Nobody was there to tag Gunnar Lewis, and Gunnar Lewis gets another touchdown. This is his second touchdown in as many weeks. And, showing his scoring prowess for sure.
Definitely, probably. Don't want to say definitely, probably. This is one of the best 1-2 punches at the wide receiver spot in the SFL. Gunnar Lewis and Liam Hammer are a problem for every team they go up against. Alec Finlay on for the extra point, up and good. Now a 7-3 lead as San Diego on the road takes the early lead.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to excuse my continuous use of punts here, but literally, to your point of the 1-2 punch of weapons, right? You have Liam Hammer and Gunnar Lewis. The hammer and the gunner, but really it's their yardage and their scoring production that has been incredible for San Diego. Maybe not all season so far, but definitely last week they showed their incredible scoring ability.
Dangerous weapons. In fact, Florida able to return this one out to their own 24-yard line. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Ron Cochran under center from his own 24-yard line, looks down the middle, finds a tight end on a hot route, and breaks the tackle out past midfield, marked down at the 42-yard line of San Diego. Trying to make sure I get that number correct. It's number 11, Stephen Bush, underneath, runs a great route there, Mark.
That was a great route by him, and he his effort as well after the catch was incredible on that one, shaking off a defender and getting what seemed to me like 10 extra yards in the play, and that just generates a lot of yards for this team. It flips the field in a hurry.
Yeah, and as San Diego, drove down the field on their last drive to get those points, I think Florida is responding in the right way here, come out aggressive and try to punch San Diego right back in the mouth. Cochran out of the power I formation finds Valetsky, who spins upfield and is able to get 3 yards before he's brought down by Zach Lay.
And that looked like a great play by Valetsky, but an even better play by Ron Cochran, who got the ball out of his hands immediately as the heat of the defensive line was on him. The moment he got rid of the ball, I think both MacDre and Kratos Maximus were on Ron Cochran.
Heavy formations from both these teams tonight. Cochran back to throw, pressure gets there, and Cochran goes down.
And sack number 1 in this game, and we're going to be talking about sacks all afternoon. Both quarterbacks sacked this season 12 times each, so that's a total of 24 times across both players, and that's just in 3 weeks even, so pretty sacked heavily. We can talk about how often they're sacked on a game-by-game basis, but at least for Ron Cochran, I believe last game had 4 sacks, sacked 4 times, which was a large amount of sacks.
AJ Bailey, believe that's the dime back for San Diego, came in on that last blitz, the week 2 signing, a rookie, getting his first career sack. Congratulations. 3rd and 12 for Ron Cochran. Deep drop, unleashes the dragon left side. Pass is going to be tipped. Was looking for Barrett and Zarkov, but well defended as there was 2 Maverick defenders in the area, and that's going to bring the special teams unit out for the Storm.
Yeah, that was Zach Holdorf on strong safety on that deflection. I think number 23, if I got my numbers correctly, was also there for the potential pickoff after the deflection, but still lucky for Florida that falls harmlessly to the ground. Fortunately, no points scored, and they'll settle for a punt.
One of the most dangerous plays when you have to play Florida is this punt. Marcus Agrippa, probably the best punter that the SFL has ever seen, and you see why right there. Perfect punt, dies down at the 3-yard line. Florida pins San Diego back at their own 3-yard line. 34 seconds to go in this first quarter, Mark. That's so
Oh,
tough. So tough. Now you got to start basically in your own end zone.
oh, this is dangerous. And then you have to go up against, again, we're emphasizing Alex Dominguez, but that's the threat that he poses. When you are this close to your end zone, you can't afford, a sack or a tackle for loss.
Power I formation. They're going to give the ball. Christian Pierce going to drag 2 defenders, able to get 5 yards and a little bit more breathing room for Scar Patterson.
Yeah, very, very good play on that one. Generate 5 yards. Let's get out of the shadow of our end zone. They kind of still are, but for a first play of the drive, from 3 yards from their end zone, that was a good start.
Flip back look. Going to look for the fullback Hoagland. Going to get another 2 yards. Going to be marked down at the 11-yard line. Alex Dominguez in there to help drag down the ball carrier. But we have reached the end of the first quarter. San Diego coming into the eye and taking a 7-3 lead here. But we transition to the second quarter. SFL Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch. It's a fast-paced first quarter, Mark, but not lacking any action. Is very, very excited to see how this second quarter is going to unfold. Scar Patterson in the shotgun. Play action fake is going to look down the middle of the field. Finds a receiver. Drops it in on just the right spot. Finds Bill Cherry, the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 45-yard line.
What a catch by Bill. What a throw. And the guts on that one by Scar Patterson. This man had 4 interceptions last week. A total of 10 in the season, but still fearless. And of course, I guess when you have Bill Cherry, tight end, running that route open, throw it to the tight end, as they say, and Bill Cherry makes the catch. Almost broke out for the end zone. That was a touchdown-saving tackle if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, Bill Cherry streaking down the field. What a play. Hoagland's going to get the carry, but this time met in the backfield. Absolutely crushed. 4-yard loss on the play. Great effort there by the defensive back to get in the backfield, Brian David.
Brian Davidson, great tackle right there. And another, I guess, a player who's in the early running for defensive player of the year. Makes a tackle for loss on that one. Has had 0 all season, but now makes a huge play behind the line of scrimmage.
Another handoff, wide open, huge gap right there in the middle of the field for Nick Hoagland. Going to get marked down right at midfield. Hoagland averaging 4 yards a carry in this ball game, Mark.
Yeah, which is slightly above his season average so far. The 4-year veteran, quote unquote, he's showing his stuff really, and he's generating yards, forward yards for this team, which has been solid.
I really like this attack. They've really tried their best. San Diego has to negate this passing defense, but they're still not afraid to take these shots as they squeeze another one, a huge post route down the field to Liam Hammer.
And no kidding about squeezing that in. That was almost in the needle right there. And again, in coverage, I mean, he was open, but the defense just closed that gap quick. But nothing still. The pass was still complete. So what a play offensively by Scar Patterson and this San Diego Maverick offense.
I think Andrew Francis, the strong safety, Florida, has to be kicking himself. I think he thought he was in position to make a play on the ball, but again, Scar Patterson just put the ball in the perfect position. Patterson moves around in the pocket, tries to squeeze it in, but Florida's Adrian Blaine in there to make a play on the ball. She tips that one away. Well defended.
Yeah, and with her huge frame of 6'3", really makes that play sort of an easy one for her. Tips that away, and yeah, that's kind of the advantage of a great blessed physical frame. You have a lot of large players, and it makes those windows really tight. You gotta make those plays. Scar Patterson has been making them, but not that one. Adrian won't let that happen.
Like bump coverage, bump man from Florida. Bringing the heat. Ooh, good job by Patterson just to check it down to Pierce. Pierce has to fight his way, and he's actually going to lose a yard. Did everything he could to make something positive out of that one, but the bump coverage from Florida allowed no time for Patterson to let anything develop.
Yeah, absolutely. As well as it was just a 4-man rush on the inside, and it was enough to force Patterson to dump it, to Pierce quick, and then the linebacker's just there for the perfect coverage and a tackle for loss.
San Diego inside the SFL red zone at the Florida 18. Can bring out 3 wide receivers here. Post route, whoa, overthrown almost into the hands of that defensive back. I believe that's Adrian Blaine again on the deflection. Almost had a chance at an interception.
Yeah, she might be looking for an interception in this game. She actually already has 3 in the season. She has the second most interceptions in this team with 3. That's also good for 4th in the league so far this season. So she is going to be a dangerous, defender to throw towards.
I just happened to peek down in the chat and I see Optimus Klein, one of the co-owners of the Mavericks, saying just don't force any throws here. And Scar Patterson has to be feeling like he got away with one there, but Alec Finlay on for the field goal attempt from 35 yards. That one's good. Extends the lead for the Mavericks, now up 10-3 here at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Mark, been a great effort from this San Diego team. We said if they would have to protect the ball in pregame, they wanted to find a way to stay in this one. And I think Nick Hoagland has been a huge factor in why San Diego has the 10 points on the board here in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball protection has been key. And I know Scar Patterson have been throwing dimes and some dangerous throws. But when you have Nick Hoagland, pushing the ball forward 4 yards at a time, pretty good.
Very good. Florida's going to get their chance now. And just about 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go here before the half. Turner's going to bring that one out to the 23-yard line. So Art Vandelay is your kick returner for the Storm. Mark, Florida now with a couple of possessions into the second quarter. What are we looking for here out of the Storm?
Well, we'll see them try to at least complete on third down. They've struggled all season for the first few games except last week, so we're going to see if they can, do it this week again.
And that's a great start to this drive on the first down play. They get 9 yards, finding Barrett and Zarkov, the tight end. And that's how you keep ahead of the chains, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. A good, solid gain, for the first play, and your set of downs. And Varadin Zarkov has been key for this team. Definitely last week, leading the team in receiving yards, and going to be putting his team potentially on his back once again this game.
Look at the double bracket on the outside.
Oh my.
As a handoff play goes to Charlie Beletsky, and he's able to move the chains. But San Diego bringing that double press coverage there on the outside. But it's good blocking up front from the Storm, and they get Beletsky moving.
I believe they were doing it on Stephen Bush, who, you would, when he had that 134-yard reception, you do want to cover him up real well. But that did open up a lane for Beletsky.
Quick fire out to the right side. Cochran finds his receiver. That's Art Vandelay, his first reception in the ball game. Gets about 8.
And this is the Ron Cochran style Steven, right? It's just distributing the ball. Ball distribution, pass distribution has been his game all throughout his time with Florida, even back when it was still Alaska. It's just he just spreads the ball, and you're just forcing the defense to be honest, because who do they gotta have to cover? Everyone.
Yeah, Cochran will find the open receiver if you give him time. Stretch play, Beletsky room to run, spins upfield, breaks the tackle down the right sideline, and brought down eventually at the San Diego 35-yard line. Big run from the Bullet there.
And what a huge play by Beletsky. I've got to say that was a huge team play of a play. You've got a great block that sealed the edge there for Beletsky. I couldn't catch the number, but that might have been Ron Haynes, number 86, in the tight end. With that huge block, it gives Beletsky that huge burst, that huge space for a great run, and what a play.
Now, San Diego side of the field, J.W. Doyle going to get the carry on first down. He's only going to get 1 yard out of that one. Number 51, Leon Thunderman, the linebacker, makes the play.
Yeah, but still, good start for Florida, I think, in this drive, Steven. Definitely much better than the previous one that ended up in nothing for a punt. Now they are driving forward.
Single back ace look for the Storm. 3 down linemen for the Mavericks. All slants pass is well defended. Tried to squeeze that one into a very tight window. Almost off the deflection was a turnover. Ron Haynes, the intended target on the pass.
Looks like San Diego has done their homework against that all slants play, at least when, deciphering the tell that it's definitely an all slants play. Second time in a row that has bore zero fruit for Florida.
Empty backfield now for Cochran, going to be under center. That dime 3-2-6 look for the Mavericks. Cochran going to unleash left sideline into coverage, and pass is going to be intercepted, taken away by the Mavericks at about the 6-yard line. It's number 28, Raylan Earl III, jumping up and stealing that one away.
And that's only Ron Cochran's fifth interception of the season. Ron Cochran, despite his low passing yards numbers, has been pretty clean. Almost no turnovers, and yet another one forced by the San Diego defense. So credit to this defense right there. It puts them in another position to score.
In this ball game, San Diego has started inside their own 10-yard line. They start out pretty much the same way on this one, looking for Hoagland to get him a good chunk yardage on first down. This time, stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage as Aaron Gooden, the linebacker, comes into the gap and makes a play.
Yeah, they're eventually going to get tired of seeing Hoagland every time and trying to stop him, but it looks like San Diego won't be. They just got to get him more yards than the 0 that he just got.
Nickel 3-3-5. Patterson all day to throw. Looks to the left. Oh, well covered, though. Good coverage from the Storm. Number 48, Adam Jones, the corner, able to jump in front of Gunnar Lewis and tip it away.
I mean, that's definitely a coverage play by the entire defense. Nobody deep, and even when he had to throw short, Adam Jones was right there. Steven, so just incredible Florida defense so far on that one play. And maybe they might be forgiven for the interception if they can force San Diego to punt here.
Play action for San Diego. Pressure comes. Wilson's going to be sacked for the safety. Huge play off the edge for the Storm. And that's going to put 2 more points on the board for Florida. Alex Dominguez, no stranger to the sack, going to get it and put some points on the board for the Storm.
And no stranger to the end zone either. Alex Dominguez, what a sack. Another safety for his record. And another sack extending his lead as the most in the season. And this is bad for San Diego because he gave the ball back to Florida again.
Yeah, Florida going to get the ball back. That was the San Diego punter, Alex Damian, out to get that one away. Florida returns it to their own 40-yard line, so excellent field position for this drive for the Storm. As you mentioned, Mark, just scored, going to get the ball back for another opportunity to put more on the board. 5 minutes, 19 seconds before the half, both teams with all 3 timeouts. Going to be a power play. Boletsky breaks the tackle in the backfield, spins upfield, but takes a hit. Big shot given by Pete Mitchell, the 5th season player, one-time All-Star, makes a nice open field tackle on Boletsky.
Boletsky has been dangerous, and in the handoff. I think his ability to shake off tackles, despite defenses making a good play, because that was a good defensive play, getting on Boletsky at the point of handoff, just shakes him off and gets more yards.
Penalty flag on the field. Man, what a play made in the backfield. Had they stayed true, Pete Mitchell would have had another excellent play. We will go down to the field for R62, but while we wait on the penalty, the SFL has partnered with Rare Drop and Rare Drop Sports to advance live events and distribution. Live and in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts, and community events are in the works. Check out SFL games on their Twitch channel Friday through Sunday evenings and follow Rare Drop Sports at twitch.tv/rdsports. Penalty flag going to be accepted. Move the ball forward for the Storm. And looking now at first down, pass underneath. Cochran finds his receiver, Stephen Bush, for a 5-yard gain.
We have a healthy dose of Stephen Bush. That's his 3rd target of the game, 2nd reception. And he has been, pretty on point. His route running, I think his gravity to draw defenders is what's opening up lanes for Ron Cochran's other receivers. And Ron Cochran, minus the interception, looking good.
Cochran going to find that stretch play. Boletsky, room to run, and able to get the first down marker met right at the line and paid the price. 2 defenders put a wallop on.
Yeah, Zach Aldorf, gotta credit him for getting there, recognizing the play and running to the ball carrier with Charlie Boletsky, quickly, but not quick enough as the first down was already converted.
Florida taking their time on this drive. Started at their own 40. Now basically at the San Diego 40, but almost 2 minutes off the clock. Is Boletsky going to get going again? Fights his way forward 4 yards. Zach Holdorf in to help make the tackle again.
Yeah, I think Holdorf is going to be stalking Beletsky all game. That one specifically, he was stalking him, stayed in zone, saw Beletsky break the first tackle and had to support, come down and make the tackle. And that's a good one on him, a huge tackle, forcing only a 4-yard gain in what could have been more.
Pro look from the Storm. Another power play, good blocking downfield, but even better defensive effort from the Mavericks as they're able to drag Beletsky down for a minimal gain.
I think Marcus Hawk was the one who was, shaved, or he was the one who was thrown aside in a couple plays ago. This time hanging on for a tackle, and it's going to be a lot of bodies, the same bodies though, trying to hang on to Charlie Beletsky.
I saw Nick Brummer in there as well, number 90. This play out in the flats. Beletsky that's J.W. Doyle, gets just enough to move the chains, gets marked out at the 26-yard line. Clock is going to continue to run, and we'll likely see the 2-minute warning here, Mark.
Yeah, and an opportune moment for a 2-minute warning because they are definitely within scoring range.
There it is, 2-minute warning. I want to let you know tonight on Next Level Sports, coverage of the SFL continues at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time with a southern tussle between the Fort Worth Toros and their in-state rival, the Houston Headhunters, with live look-ins on Louisiana and Arizona. Next week's games just announced: Lone Star versus Mexico City Saturday and Seattle versus Baltimore Sunday. For a channel guide and more info about Next Level, visit nlse.com. 2 minutes to go before the half. 1st and 10 for the Storm. Cochran fires left side, and that pass is caught, and a little bit more down the left sideline, officially marked down at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, really peppering the San Diego defense with short passes. Well, at least in this drive, that's the second short pass. It's the running that has been incredible in this drive. That was a 19-yard pickup to Stephen Bush. Great stuff from that one.
Cochran into a tight window, really testing that corner route there. EJ Minson in that one-on-one coverage with Zach Lay, and Zach Lay's been winning that matchup here tonight.
Absolutely, and Zach Lay on this one. Yeah, just a very common play in the end zone, even. And if you're a corner, you got to recognize it quick and make a play quick. He does it here on time and in position and forces a deflection.
I love the 50-50 ball, though. I mean, I love the confidence that Cochran has in his receiver, EJ Minson, to take that shot in the back of the end zone. One defender there, it's a 50-50 shot. And again, Zach Lay just was prepped on that one. But I love the confidence from the Storm there. 2nd goal from the 7. Empty backfield. San Diego counters with a dime 3-2. Cochran fires underneath, passes caught right side. Art Vandelay in traffic, somehow able to squeeze that one out, and Florida puts points on the board.
That has got to be the most disgusting reception I've seen. It's in front of defenders. 3 guys behind Art Vandelay. They couldn't do anything but watch. As he right here, just right there at the line of the end zone. What a huge play right there. What a great drive. Just powered by the running. And then Ron Cochran just hammers the nail in for this touchdown. Don't nail the hammer, hammer the nail.
One way or the other, that thing's going to work, right?
Yes.
And what was a 5-10 deficit now is going to turn into a 12-10 advantage for the Storm. That safety by Alex Dominguez really helping the Storm take the lead here with 1:24 before the half. The Storm home fans loving it, getting that 2-point lead. That last drive was 10 plays, 60 yards. Starter got their own 40-yard line. 6 running plays, 4 passing plays, and great effort from Florida. Exactly what they needed to keep this momentum balanced in this game. As San Diego's done a really good job maintaining offensive possession. But I don't think that they're any stranger to taking the shot down the field here with the 1:20 seconds mark. I would be curious if San Diego tries to go air raid here and put some points on the board before the half. San Diego did receive the ball to start the game, so Florida's going to get another shot. Is going to get the shot to start the second half. So interesting to see how San Diego approaches this drive.
They could air it out. I don't know if this position is going to allow them to, but can, definitely.
Christian Pierce on first down. 2 defenders meet him in the backfield, able to fall forward back to the line of scrimmage. Adrian Blaine now with 3 tackles.
And the fact that they're not taking any timeouts despite having all of them, I think sets the tone that they're fine going into the half with this score. If I was them and I had this many timeouts, I'd squeeze out any amount of points left from this half.
Definitely have the weapons to do so, but second down carry, Nick Hoagland going to get met at the line of scrimmage again. Alex Dominguez going to probably get the credit on that one, the assisted tackle.
I guess the side effect of this is at least they're not showing turnovers against a team that is the number 1 in takeaways. So there's that. So we got to credit them for that. It's going to be then a question of how do they adjust for the second half.
Patterson, quick drop. Post route, skinny post is there. Liam Hammer, 5 yards short of midfield. Clock still running, 15 seconds remaining. Patterson going to hand off. Christian Pierce met in the backfield, loses 2. Alex Dominguez there at the defensive tackle spot makes a tackle for loss. Hurry up offense, 3 seconds remaining. They're just going to give one more carry. This time it's Hoagland. Met in the backfield, loses a yard, and now a timeout called. So one final play. San Diego wanted a shot at the Hail Mary. As you see, head coach Liam Hammer maybe a little frustrated with his quarterback not calling that timeout earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting choice to call it here. You know, it didn't look like they wanted to score at all. So interesting that of all times, now they decide to spend it. But I guess we'll see one final play. Be a touchdown. We've seen. All right. So last week we've seen Patterson throw to Liam Hammer for 80 yards. This is definitely less than 80 yards. So maybe we'll see.
Home crowd getting behind their quarterback. Patterson's going to go down as Florida brings the pressure off the edge. Ryan Davidson leading the league in interceptions and deflections, now adding a sack to his season total.
I mean, that's also his first sack, his technically second TFL after the one he had earlier. And wow, what a play.
And that's how we're going to finish this first half. Florida's going to go into the tunnels with a 2-point lead, 12-10 here at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The I Simulation Football League presented by APM Music Week 4 action. We go into our halftime break and back onto the field as Alec Finlay has the ball on the tee, getting ready to start this second half. In the broadcast booth, I am Stephen Hacker along with Mark Lopez. In the stats truck tonight with us is Ron Haynes, James Walters, and Jay Hayden. In SFL headquarters, commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine. Florida going to get the second half going. Art Vandelay returns this one out to the left sideline. Going to get marked down at about the 23-yard line.
And the question now is, you know, that was a strong drive that Florida had at the end of the first half. Now, will San Diego be able to weather the storm this time, or can they finally, you know, take the ball away and allow their own offense to finally take off?
Cochran 91 yards in the first half. Somebody moved on the defensive line. Boletsky only able to get 1. I imagine that Florida will accept that penalty. Like the right defensive end jumped off there. I believe that was Kratos Maximus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that's what I saw as well.
Actually, it was 98. That's Mac Dre on that side there. Going to get flagged for the penalty. Florida going to start the second half with a free 5 yards to get going here. And in the first half, Boletsky had 8 carries, got up to about 49 yards, 2 receptions, not really much going through the air, only about 4 yards. J.W. Doyle getting about 1 carry per every 4 Boletskys. He had about 16 yards in the first half. Cochran going to look over the middle. Pass is going to be complete to Veridin Zarkov, marked down at the Florida 39-yard line.
And again, Zarkov showing, you know, his importance in this passing game. His ability to run in the middle, run a route through the middle, making himself open and convert in first down. That's the second catch to him. That's the second first down that he has converted.
Bunch formation to the bottom of the screen. San Diego brings pressure off the edge. Cochran fires down the field. Can't connect with Stephen Bush. He had a leg on the defender. I thought he could have hauled that one in. Maybe just couldn't connect. Couldn't quite haul it in.
Yeah, the corners and safeties from both teams have been dialed in. Those long passes have been both dangerous, and even when they're made, none of them have, broken away for a touchdown. So lots of deflections and touchdown saving tackles from safeties today.
Split jokers look from Florida. Brings out a dime 3-2-6. I would say that's a mismatch. Quick check down. They find Doyle, and Doyle's going to fall forward. He's going to get about 7 off the reception. Tom Krieg, safety in to make the play.
This just feels like their previous draft. They just keep going forward, and I think ever since that safety, Steven, momentum has been all Florida.
Yeah, Alex Dominguez, that big play definitely has tilted the momentum towards the Storm as they're back in that bunch formation underneath. EJ Minson, oh wow, the route was jumped by the linebacker, able to jump in front of that one, steal it away from the receiver. That's an amazing play from Pete Mitchell.
Wow, Pete Mitchell saw that coming from a mile away. And look at this right here. Even beat the receiver to his route destination. And what a play. What a way to take the momentum back is by forcing a turnover. The last time they forced a turnover, though, they had no points. So now this time they're hoping with this better field position that they're going to generate more than 0.
From the San Diego 48-yard line, Scar Patterson looks underneath on that out route, and the next receiver could get 8 yards as Gunnar Lewis on the right sideline gets the ball to the 44.
Yep, no surprise there. Gunnar Lewis, it's going to be either him or Liam Hammer, both top in their team in yards, targets, and touchdowns.
Looks like 3 tight ends on the field for San Diego here. And room to run for Hoagland, trucks a defender, and he's going to get the first down and a little bit extra.
A little slow to get up, but Nick Hoagland literally carrying this load, this running load, much more than Christian Pierce for this game. They have sort of evenly split the load so far in the first 3 weeks. But this time, Nick Hoagland is kind of a puzzle for this Florida defense. They are unable to stop his short gains that have been for successful first down conversions.
Now looks to be a split jokers. Gunnar Lewis in tied up at the top of the screen, brings out a base 4-3 defense for the Storm. Big hit made by the defensive back. That's Ryan Davidson on the fullback, but Nick Hoagland just continues to plow away and gets 5 yards on that first down carry.
Was it really a big hit, or did he just get in a collision with Nick Hoagland? Because, 6 feet flat, 230 is still a massive man to deal with.
Well, when I see the defensive back able to straighten out and ends up on top of the fullback, I would definitely say that that's a big hit from a defensive back. Yeah. Don't take away Ryan Davidson's shine. He's trying to make big plays. He's going for MVP of the league this season, man. He's putting on a show again, leading the league in interceptions and deflections. Got that sack earlier, laying out fullbacks. I mean, what more do you want him to do, Mark?
I did forget that Ryan Davidson himself was 6'4", so he himself is massive. So, but then again, that's the density, bone density. It's like only 200 pounds, 30 pounds lighter.
And that play goes to the left sideline as Gunnar
down?
Lewis falling down. Yeah, they're going to give it to him. It was very close. It looked like the ball was on the inside arm as he was falling down, but a generous spot, I would say. Going to move the chains for the Mavericks, going to be now marked at the Florida 27-yard line.
Yeah, and to our point of Gunnar Lewis and Liam Hammer being the load of this passing offense, they already have 8 of Scar Peterson's attempts.
And this time throw over the middle. Patterson looking for Gunnar Lewis again, but Stephen Black, the linebacker, steps up, tips it away. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
We'll see if they go back to Nick Hoagland and allow them for, maybe 5 yards, 4 yards. That's what they want ideally, and then that'll just make it easier for Scar Peterson to convert on another short pass to Lewis or Hammer.
We will see Patterson under center on the second 10. Deep drop, looks left sideline. Well covered. 3 defenders in the area bracketing Gunnar Lewis. Now with 9 targets in this ball game, but Evan Carroll able to step up and knock that one away.
Yeah, and that was a dangerous throw. He definitely was not wide open. Either, I think he might have seen that there's nobody above Gunnar Lewis, and that felt like an underthrown pass in that case.
3rd and 10. San Diego going to come out in a shotgun split look. Patterson going to throw down the middle, and Liam Hammer gets into the end zone. Huge play down the middle of the field, attacking the eye of the storm.
Wow, what a play. And then in just one stroke, what looked like a 3rd and long turns into a touchdown for the San Diego team. They take it back. Momentum shifted to Florida after the sack, but they take it back when the interception turns it into points. And what a play from Scar Peterson to Liam Hammer. Now they also hammer the nail in this touchdown.
And Hammer getting up over the century mark now with that reception, having a fantastic ball game. And Mark, it seems like these turnovers are these teams are just shifting the momentum with these turnovers as with that last interception for San Diego, now able to go down the field and get a leg up, get a lead here early in the second half. And a point that I was going to kind of hit on earlier was these teams have only played twice in their history. This is the 3rd matchup between these teams, and they've split those 2 games. And so this game, I think, with the history between one of the co-owners, Optimus Klein, and Max Paul, the owner of the Florida Storm, I think this game means a lot to each of these teams as far as wanting not only the win for this season, but something to put on the wall for themselves in terms of where they play each other. And it's been a great game to this point, Mark. I mean, both teams really laying it all out on the line, and couldn't ask for a better rubber match in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the ability of Scar Patterson as well. 2 touchdowns already in this afternoon. Fearless. I think that's what's been so compelling about him this afternoon. Scar Patterson has been throwing those passes into coverages, has 1 interception because of it, but 2 touchdowns to show for it. Wow.
Now we'll see how Florida answers as San Diego's taken back momentum in this game. Boletsky gets a carry left side, gonna lose a yard as Bailey, the safety, is in there to make the play.
Adds another tackle to his numbers. Already had a sack and an additional tackle for loss, besides the sack. So KJ Bailey, making a name for himself in the afternoon.
Dime 3-2-6 look from San Diego as Florida's in a wing split look. Well covered as J.W. Dole out in the flats, but San Diego all over it. Looked like that was Marcus Hawk in the flats, the 6'4" week 2 signing, a rookie for the Mavericks, making a very, very veteran-like play.
Yeah, that was so well covered that I thought Marcus Hawk was in fact the receiver, if not for the different colored, uniform. He runs that route really well, covered it well, deflected, and no gain.
Florida staying in that split back look, but now have 3 receivers on the field, and E.J. Minson is the recipient. That's Stephen Bush, the recipient of a laser thrown down the middle and a first down for the Storm.
Yeah, another huge play to Bush, who is now up to over 70 yards, 73 yards to be exact. His 4th catch of the day. And wow, Stephen Bush. Ron Cochran, once again, has been in the face of pressure. San Diego sent 1 guy to blitz him, but that doesn't affect Ron Cochran, who just throws it down the field, gets his man. What a play.
San Diego's done that a couple of times tonight, using the speed of those defensive backs to blitz off the edge. Cochran's going to do a stretch play right side for Boletsky, and looks like we got penalty flag on the field. Got some laundry out there. Might be incidental face mask. We'll have to go to R62 to see. Looked like Boletsky maybe got 6 yards before the play was over. Ooh, holding on the offense. Receiver trying to give the running back a little room, and looks like they got him with the holding. So we're going to actually be moving backwards on this play.
That is unfortunate because that was a great run right there by Boletsky and getting yards for his team, and set you back by 10 yards in this case. And now you're going back to Ron Cochran. I mean, I mean, he can definitely get this. He got Stephen Bush 73 yards in the afternoon. Throw it to him, perhaps.
Cochran 1st and 20 finds the receiver on that post route, Stephen Bush. Going to get marked down at the Florida 46-yard line, a pickup of about 14 on that one.
Yeah, already 87 yards, 7 targets. So they have to. San Diego has to figure out the Stephen Bush issue. I think it's still now a third and medium. Sorry, a second and medium. It was just a 1st and 20. Stephen Bush has been tearing apart this defense despite being double teamed, despite being bracketed, so finding his way in.
2nd and 6 for the Storm, X spot, and
Yeah.
nice route. Bush able to fall down. Said the ball was past the line to gain, and they're going to give him a first. Esports TV has partnered with SFL to bring sim football to millions of homes over the next 2 years. ESTV is the world's first 24/7 live, linear, and video on-demand esports channel available everywhere through your smart TV, on your phone, through Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and more. Visit estv.co to learn more about its programming and to find all the ways you can catch the SFL action on the network. As Cochran finds his receiver down the right sideline, what a play as the Storm able to get back into this game and take the lead. What a huge play down the sideline, Mark.
What a play by Zarkov. I mean, that was just all him. Runs the route, makes the catch, and then just outspeeds everyone. Look here, that was again number 33, Tom Krieg on that one, unable to run down Zarkov, and that's the X factor in the passing play, that is Zarkov. When everyone's focused on the Stephen Bush conundrum, Zarkov comes out of the shadows and steals a touchdown.
Back and forth all game long. Zarkov now 3 receptions, 69 yards, and that 49-yard touchdown reception. Ethan Sneed going to come on to attempt the extra point for the Storm. Good snap, good hold. Extra point is good for Sneed. Now back to a 2-point lead for the Storm. 4 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Elsewhere in Simulation Football League action over on the Simulation Football League YouTube channel, Atlanta with a slim 17-14 lead there. Both games tonight very, very close, appear to be great games. That game's in the third quarter. We're in the third quarter here as well. I'm Stephen Hacker along with Mark Lopez tonight. Back in the stats truck, we have Jay Hayden, James Walters, and Ron Haynes. Thank you, gentlemen, for doing a great job with these stats tonight. Everything's looking really good. Optimus Klein returns this one up to the 23-yard line. That's where the Mavericks are going to get going down 2. Passing splits pretty even in this game, Mark. Rushing splits not too far off either. You know, former MVP Bolivaletsky with going up against a rookie, and you would expect a little bit more there, but been a very balanced game. Both teams playing very well against each other. Nick Hoagland, first down carry, goes for 3.
Yeah, absolutely evenly matched so far. There have been spurts of scoring from one team and then another spurt from the other. But really, you're looking at a 2-point difference. Who was that difference maker? It was Alex Dominguez's sack, and that sack safety might be the key difference maker of the game. We'll see what the game actually concludes.
Patterson, second in the SFL in passing yards, unloads short, and they're going to say that maybe got a yard. Bill Cherry getting involved here in the second half.
Yep, Scar Patterson with averaging about 350 yards per game in this season. Had 409 yards last week. And a little under now, just below 200 yards this game. We'll see if he gets more.
Oh, overthrown. Looking the way of Optimus Klein down the middle there. Risky throw, but if anyone can make that play, it's Optimus. But that's going to set up a punt now for the Maverick. San Diego punter Alex Damian, going to be out to get this one away. Going to be standing at about his own 12-yard line. Florida should get relatively good field position out of this.
Only their first 3 and out of this ball game. And so Florida with an incredible stop right there forces a punt, gets the ball back with a chance to extend the lead once again.
And the SFL has partnered with Laser to deliver digital SFL player trading cards to its players and viewers during live events on SFL Twitch. Viewers every 30 minutes will be issued cards, or you can buy SFL card packs through Laser's store. The new Season 19 pack will be available soon. Visit layzr.gg and click the Join Alpha button to connect your Twitch account and begin collecting as a first down play goes the other way for the Mavericks. Down the sideline, a huge return after that one. Zach Holdorf steals it away from the Storm.
Wow. Oh man, Zach Holdorf has been really everywhere this game. We're talking about how he has been stopping the tackles against the run game of Charlie Bieletsky, but also now in the passing game gets a takeaway on Ron Cochran, second for the afternoon for Ron.
And what was good starting field position for the Storm now turns out to be good starting field position for the Mavericks. Starting out at the Florida 49-yard line, so already in Florida territory. They're going to go into the shotgun with that. Florida's going to counter with a base 4-3 defense. Twins to the left side for Patterson, and Pierce is also sidecar left. Play action play, and Patterson finds the comeback route, and it's only going to get about 2 yards. Well covered by Florida there on that left sideline.
And I think they would really do well to score more than a field goal in this specific drive. Getting a field goal just puts them out 1 point, really, which is still the lead, but 7 on the board would be much preferred.
Patterson changing the play up a little bit. Florida in a nickel 3-3-5 out route there. Gunnar Lewis. No, they're going to say he was not able to get the reception. They're going to mark that out of bounds.
I think they did. I think they gave him, 4 yards?
Did they? Okay, sorry about that. I could, yes, carry on.
I believe, well, it is still a solid play. 3rd and 5. That's a very similar play that we've seen all afternoon. An out route by Gunnar Lewis and a completion to him. Might be the same one in this case. Another out route to him. He just throws down the middle for Scar Peterson. Throws to number 44, Bill Cherry.
Bill Cherry, nice reception. I had a little bit of a hiccup there where I couldn't see if it had changed or not. So it's a little bit of an error on my part there. But Bill Cherry doing what he's been doing all game long, finding a seam down the middle of the field, and Patterson delivering another dart right on the money to Bill Cherry.
That's target number 6 to Bill Cherry. So another one, the third perhaps weapon this afternoon for Scar Patterson is Bill Cherry.
Now from the Florida 31-yard line, Patterson going to throw out of the backfield. Pierce on that delayed route out into the flats, going to get 1 yard out of that one. A couple of Florida defenders in the area. Ryan Tobin went to make the play.
Pierce has been struggling, period. Full stop. In 3 receptions, has 3 yards. In 6 running attempts, has 1 yard total. So really having a hard time overall in the afternoon.
On a bit of a pro look here for the Mavericks. And Patterson left sideline of falling down. Gunnar Lewis able to make the play before he falls out of bounds. Called a gain about 7. Marked out of bounds at the 25.
And it almost seems like Gunnar Lewis has only 1 or 2 assignments this game, and that is to run the out route. Gets them 5, 6, 7 yards, and then converts again on another 5, 6, 7 yards.
4-3 defense. Pierce going to get the carry, moves it outside, but met in the backfield. Ryan Davidson, another play in the backfield for their defensive back.
Yeah, the fact that Ryan Davidson this week as well has been utilized more in backfield tackles and running back blitzes, it just goes to show his versatility. And he basically helped turn what could have been a touchdown drive into just 3 points, which is still very manageable. A 1 point lead is still very overcomable.
Looks to be about a 42-yarder for Finlay. Good snap, good hold. Enough leg, but it's wide left. Wide left for the Mavericks. And Florida will take over on downs off the missed field goal of San Diego.
Oh my goodness. That was... I did not see if the ball was in fact deflected or something, because that was just a 40-yard field goal. Not a lot of times you see a 40-yard field goal missed. But I guess it just that suddenly the defensive efforts have paid more dividends.
Maybe that felt like a high pressure situation to Finlay and just couldn't get the leg there as it hooked it left. But we've got a first down play, but not. That'll take us to the fourth quarter as the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Florida with that 19-17 lead going into the fourth quarter. Get your fours up in the chat. 4s, 12s, and 86s, please. Stephen Hacker in the booth with Mark Lopez tonight. Jay Hayden, James Walters, and Ron Haynes are the statisticians. Commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ, ready for this week 4 game between the Florida Storm and San Diego Mavericks, which has been a great game, as proven by that corner route by Stephen Bush down to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and again, it's Stephen Bush. I mean, you expect perfection, makes it catch perfect.
APM is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and consistently refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. As Cochran trying to take the shot down the field, and the ball gets taken away by KJ Bailey, having a great game here today. A week 2 signing, really making an impact for this Mavericks team. A diving play made.
Yeah, and making an impact might be an understatement. Has an interception now to add to a flurry of stats. A TFL, a sack, an interception, only missing a pass deflection for a full house of stats. It puts the ball back in the San Diego offense.
It's like a pair slot look for the Mavericks. Getting out to Pierce on a swing and gonna get a yard. Probably best outcome of that one is Florida had 2 defenders over in the area.
Yeah, Pierce, despite his struggles, it almost seems like he's getting no help from his blocking team, receivers not making blocks, or at least defenders making it away from his blockers and just getting on Pierce instantly.
Took the extra tight end off the field, puts in Nick Hoagland, I-form look twins. Quick out route, Gunnar Lewis able to turn upfield, but that outside foot touches the line. It's going to set up a 3rd and 3, Mark.
We'll see. I mean, it's still a 3rd and 3, a short gain. There's a good chance they just hand it off to Nick Hoagland. We've seen them do it through him a couple times, get the 3 yards down the middle. But it's a 3rd down, and maybe they might just rely on another out route to Gunnar Lewis, who has been doing it all day.
Now 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and they got Christian Pierce sidecar left to Patterson. Quick drop and a fire to the corner route. Oh, almost taken away by Ryan Davidson in perfect position, looking for Optimus Klein.
Yeah, Optimus Klein definitely was well covered by Ryan Davidson. It's really tough. You know, you really want to throw it to your big guy, Optimus Klein. That's already target number 2 to him. But when Ryan Davidson is there, that's almost a no choice. Like, that's almost a 0% play. I did see, once again, Gunnar Lewis make it to an out route beyond the sticks. I'm surprised it wasn't thrown to him.
No pressure applied by Florida on this special teams play. Returner going to bring it out to about the 44-yard line. Art Vandelay going to get brought down. That's where Florida's going to take over. Elsewhere in Simulation Football League action, what was a 6-point game is quickly turned into a 15-point lead for Lone Star. That game on our Simulation Football League YouTube page, 35-20 there, Lone Star over Atlanta. Here we've got a 19-17 game. Florida here at home with the ball and the lead. 9.5 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. 3 wide receivers on the field for Cochran. 7-step drop, fires down the middle. Pass is going to be taken away. San Diego flips the field on Florida, and it's just a wishy-washy back and forth game. And this time it is number 22, Zach Holdorf, getting his 2nd interception.
Oh my goodness. So that is how many interceptions on Ron Cochran? No, that is his 3rd. That is his, if I'm reading this correctly, his 5th interception in the afternoon.
Wow, great preparation. You have to shout out the coaching staff of San Diego to have a legend or and a veteran like Ron Cochran come out and commit that many turnovers. You have to credit the coaching staff for putting in the work and making the proper adjustments. Excuse me. Base 4-3 defense for the Storm as Hoagland able to break a tackle and able to shake it out and get 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Those interceptions are definitely key in stopping this Florida offense. This passing game, Ron Cochran, over the past 2 weeks, has struggled 5 interceptions today, 2 last week. So that's a total of 7 interceptions in 2 weeks. Um, really, what San Diego needs is points after the turnover.
Trying to find it in the flats with Pierce, who's going to get brought down just 1 yard short of the marker. Going to set up a 3rd and 1. Ryan Davidson making another play for the Storm defense.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw the stat sheet and, well, 5 interceptions. More than that, 4 of those 5 all happened here in the second half. Wow.
Oh, 3rd and 1. They go to the fullback, and he gets just what a play by the linebacking core of the Storm. Aaron Gooden, one of the linebackers in there to make that play, stops the drive. We're going to be at the 43-2 mark, so definitely a punting situation unless San Diego's going to have the gumption to go for it here. And it appears they may. They do. They bring the offense out. A power eye look for the Mavericks. We'll see if they snap it. Florida's home crowd behind their defense. Patterson out to throw, finds the flats. Pierce able to fall forward, and he gets the first down.
Wow, what a play. What an effort by Pierce, despite, having a hard time all day. Just puts his arm forward, brings the ball over beyond the first down marker, beyond the sticks, so they say, and gets the first down, a crucial first down. Mind you, they've only had 3 points total after turnovers. They'd like to have more.
Patterson looking to throw, finds the middle of the field. It's Liam Hammer. Oh, what a shot! Poor Liam Hammer trying to make the reception, but the safety came over and absolutely obliterated him. I don't blame him for dropping that one, Mark. That was a tough reception to make.
That was a tough reception, but Liam Hammer has made plenty of those receptions. You're right. Credit to the safety just making that huge hit. And I thought that was a completion. I thought it was on his hands.
If you got it, you want to tell the receiver, make the play for your quarterback, but after taking a hit like that, it's like, well, you sign up to take the hit. Patterson unleashes. Sideline touchdown! San Diego takes a huge shot to Liam Hammer. What a play!
Wow. And redemption right there by number 11. Wow. Couldn't make his catch earlier. It's the more important catch, which is a touchdown. What a play. What a way to turn it around. After 6 scoreless drives from either team, San Diego puts 7 on the board, care of a 42-yard passing touchdown. What a play.
Buckle up. This game has been dynamic. Fireworks all over the place. 30 yards per catch for Liam Hammer. Extra point, Alex Finlay up and good. Extends the lead for the San Diego Mavericks. 24-19 now. 7:20 to go in this ball game. Over-under on this game, 45.5. Jack Stata providing these lines for us here tonight. Fantastic job. Just about there. 30, 40, yeah, almost there. So right on the money. We'll see what we have in store here. Florida set to return this one. In that Lone Star Atlanta game, Atlanta closing the gap, 27-35 now. Fourth quarter, I'm sure that game is very, very close to wrapping up. Art Vandelay able to return this one out to the 24-yard line. Vandelay in this game, 2 receptions, 15 yards. He does have a touchdown as well.
Yeah, Vandelay has been, a key pickup for this Florida team, just being able to provide extra manpower, extra firepower.
Pro look for the Storm, I formation. A little bit of an awkward exchange between the running back and quarterback, and Boletsky is going to get stopped at the line. Pete Mitchell, linebacker for the Mavericks, having a pretty good game as well, in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't think there was a hole there, Charlie. He tried to force one through 2 defenders who were double teaming his left linemen. And again, nothing doing for Charlie, unfortunately.
Another pro look. This time it's Strong Eye Twins, and Bolesky uses that open field to the right side to get about 5. Good play there. That's a typical Bolesky play. That's about what you expect when you run that with him.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's so typical that these linebackers probably have done their homework. That kind of a play, if not stopped real quick, Biletzky's going to be in there in a hurry, out there in a hurry.
Now 3 wide receiver spread look. And Cochran's going to throw. Time to do so. Down the middle into coverage. Great play by the safety. Zach Holdorf, again, the hot defender for the Mavericks, able to jump up, knock that one away. It's going to bring out Marcus Agrippa, the punter for the Storm, to give the ball back to the Mavericks. San Diego with this 5-point lead, Mark, and now just about 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. You have to feel like San Diego has to get the ball going. I don't know that they want to try to come out and throw, even though they've had good success. I mean, Scar Patterson only has 1 interception in this game. I don't know with the lead that I want to come out and throw the ball a lot. They got to find a way to get the ball going on the ground and move the chains and grind out the clock.
Right, absolutely. And that's the dilemma there, Steven, as San Diego brings up their 41-yard line. It's a dilemma for sure. Should they run the ball? Definitely if they want to sort of burn the clock. But then the other question is, their running has been sort of underwhelming this game. And at some point, you will have to rely on your passing to convert your third down. But then again, if you do that, you have Ryan Davidson, you have number 1 takeaway team in the league, the opposing end. So gotta be careful what play you choose.
Patterson looks comfortable. He's going to throw. Play action. Looks over the middle. Ooh, big hit. As Florida's defense is showing that they're not playing around, Ryan Davidson jars the ball loose.
Again, another hit on Liam Hammer, forcing the ball out of his hands. Liam Hammer has just received so much punishment. But then again, you're the number 1 receiver. You're going to be receiving punishment regardless.
Got to be willing to take the punishment. You got to be able to take the hit and, reap the rewards from taking that hit. So see how it works out on 2nd and 10. Patterson quickly gets the ball out of his hands. Liam Hammer again takes a shot and loses the ball.
It is so hard. Again, this goes back to our question of should San Diego run the ball or pass the ball? And they are confident with their passing game. Look right here. That's in the bread basket. But no, jarred loose. Who was that? Number 29 on that deflection or on that, jarred loose. Well, I believe that could be number 28, Ray Leonard. On Florida, number 28, Adrian Blaine.
Yeah, and this secondary is really tightening down right now, Mark. I mean, they're delivering bone-crushing hits to these receivers, making San Diego pay the price for putting the ball in the air. Another shot down the middle this time. Nick Hoagland, who else, comes up with a play down the middle of the field and moves the chains for the Mavericks. Exactly what they needed. They need to keep this drive alive and burn as much time as possible.
My guy is a hustler. He has been running his, not really to the extreme levels of running as superstar running backs elsewhere in the league, but he has been solid in his ground game. 11 attempts, 53 yards. That's still good for 4.8 a carry. And then, 37 yards, 15 attempts. Still pulls out a huge catch for his team.
Split Jokers look. Hoagland gets the carry and fighting his way the second effort to end up with 3 yards on that one. Tomaello and Adrian Blaine in on the tackle.
Key word there, right there, and what you said, Stephen, is effort. Effort has been, what Nick Hoagland has been showing all game, despite only, as we said, the average amount of yards has been showing effort.
Single back look for the Mavericks. Time to throw for Patterson. This time he does. A jump ball, 50-50 play. And Liam Hammer goes up on Ryan Davidson to make the snag.
I mean, all day it has been the Liam Hammer versus Ryan Davidson, or sometimes versus Adrian Blaine matchup. And it has been an incredible one-on-one matchup all day. And this time, Davidson did not have the final laugh That was Liam Hammer.
And that's
Wow.
textbook coverage from Davidson as well, step for step on the double move to be right there in the pocket. It's a great play from Liam Hammer. 50-50 ball went the way of the Mavericks on that one. Now San Diego going to come out in a power I formation, going to give to Hoagland, and a little bit of lack of discipline from the Storm. And we're going to see a penalty flag, most likely going to get flagged for the offsides. And yes, we do. So we're going to get it on number 98, Alessandro Tomaello. And San Diego's going to accept and move the ball forward. Florida could really use a stand or one of those turnovers. Again, Scar Patterson playing about as good a ball as you can against a defense as hot as Florida's has been. Only one interception, but now at the 7-yard line, that back of the end zone becomes that 12th defender mark. Patterson has to be careful. Base 4-3 defense from the Storm. Three tight ends on the field for the Mavericks. They're going to run the ball. They give it to Hoagland on a mock stretch play, and he gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I think they're actually going to say he lost a yard.
Yeah, that's some solid defense right there. Blaine amongst the contributors. And they really want to just force a field goal right here, because a field goal means they can still tie the game up with a touchdown and 2-point conversion. Really, that's their number one goal in this specific drive.
2nd and 6. Power I formation again. This time it's Pierce met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing. Alex Dominguez on the stop.
And Dominguez really took away his knees right there. Pierce, unable to go anywhere. I mean, would you be able to do anything if you got your knees knocked out of you? That was a rough one to watch.
Base 4-3 defense the entire way here. Loose coverage on the outside from the Storm. It is a pro look from the Mavericks. They're going to go to Pierce. Pierce not able to get there. Stopped 3 yards short. Marked down at the Florida 5.
Wow. Ryan Tobin with an incredible tackle right there. As the linebackers shifted forward to stack the box. The difficulty in that is if a hole opens, it's a huge hole to the end zone. But Tobin makes a key tackle, forces 3 points to keep it within one possession. Wow.
Finlay out to attempt the field goal. Missed that about 42-yarder earlier. This is a much more tolerable distance, about 22 yards. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and good from 22 yards. Gives San Diego an 8-point lead. 2.5 minutes basically remaining in this ballgame for Florida. If they go down and score, I imagine they're going to have to go for the 2 if they want to keep themselves in this ballgame. 38-27 elsewhere in the SFL. Lone Star holding on to that lead on Simulation Football League's YouTube channel.
This will be where legends will be made, and if this game will be a classic, the 2-minute drill plus 2-point conversion to tie. And this might be an overtime matchup for
the SFL produces over 400 live events each year, but don't miss community content creators and their creation. Catch SFL Nights with AJ Stryker, Say It With Your Chest, Netma, and more covering Season 19 and beyond. To check out archived versions of our community shows, visit simulationfl.net and click the logo of your favorite form of SFL entertainment on our homepage. Florida down 8, 2.5 minutes to go in this ball game. Storm starting at their own 24-yard line. Cochran in the shotgun, fires left side corner. Roberts there. EJ Minson down the left sideline. He's got one to beat. And Lenurl able to drag down the defender from the behind. Finally gets the help from the linebacker as well in tow. Stopping EJ Minson, but not before he gets down to the 17-yard line. What a huge play for the Storm right when they need it.
Well, what a play by EJ Minson. And what a timely play by him. I was looking down in chat to see EJ Minson praying that Ron has an old-fashioned drive left in them. But EJ Minson also takes it into his hands, gets the catch, runs down the field for a huge gain, flips the field in one play.
Yeah, Ron Cochran, definitely one of those quarterbacks that's not afraid to rip your heart out. He's done it so many times on his way to 3 championships, but we're at the 2-minute warning here, Mark. San Diego with that 8-point lead, 27-19 here at Fort Lauderdale, Florida, SFL football, presented by APM Music. We've got a great game here coming down to the wire. The Florida Storm at home have a chance to get back into this game. Veteran quarterback Ron Cochran in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the field, fullback and running back out there for the Storm. Quick play, right sideline, Stephen Bush gets 6 yards before he's dragged out of bounds by Tom Creed.
It's interesting that they went out of bounds, this close to the end zone. I actually want to make it so my team holds the ball last and maybe burn seconds off the clock, but question is, will they leave too much time for San Diego to seal it, assuming they even tie the ball game?
Flip back wing Joker brings out a dime, 3-2-6. Cochran time to throw. Finds a running back delayed out in the flats, and Beletsky maybe gets a yard. San Diego all over that one.
There's Marcus Hawk, credit the tackler, recognizing that play, rushing the ball carrier, rushing Beletsky again. That was another Marcus Hawk rushing Beletsky before, any significant yardage gain, and that's a good one for almost no gain.
Go back into a traditional pro set here, I formation. Cochran with a quick drop, looks down the left side, and pass is going to be knocked away. Zarkov, that trusty tight end, takes a shot and loses the ball.
Again, receiving, another hit. Punishment right there. He's getting his own fair share of punishment. Drops that one. But I think they got to go for this, Steven. It's going to be game over if they don't convert in a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think this would be a great spot for a screen pass to Beletsky. I think that this might be what they're looking for. No, it's a handoff left sideline. He breaks the tackle, spins upfield. Beletsky gets into the end zone. The Florida Storm are a 2-point conversion away from tying this ball game.
They only needed a first down. Beletsky delivers a touchdown, and what a play by him. Actually, there was also a key block downfield right there, and then Beletsky just needed to work his magic. Spins away from a defender for a touchdown. What a drive by Florida. They have a chance to tie it with a 2-point conversion. Will Ron Cochran deliver it with his magic? Once again, we'll see. We'll see if this is going to be a classic. I'm looking forward to this, Steven.
It's almost like these two ownership or these two staffs know each other. Mark, they're so prepared. It's a great game we've got. Beletsky, another handoff. This time he stopped. He stopped, and no 2-point conversion for the Storm. San Diego's going to hold on to that 2-point lead. 1:12 to go in this ball game, Mark. If you're Florida, you have to go for the onside kick here, right?
Absolutely. You have to go for it. And it's rough. You have to force a field goal. A touchdown is definitely not allowable. Don't make them go for a touchdown if they get the ball back.
Back-to-back times for Beletsky. That's a tough task, but I can't blame Florida for getting the ball into the hands of arguably one of the best players in the SFL. Just came up short. A great defensive stand by the Mavericks to keep Florida out of the end zone on that 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
On the SFL's YouTube page, Mark, Lone Star getting that 41-27 lead. So Lone Star turning it on late in that game over there on the SFL's YouTube page. Here we've got a nail-biter as San Diego looking to close this game out. They're going to hand the ball off. Christian Pierce going to get forward and get the 5. Florida now going to have to use a timeout to stop the clock.
And you might think if you're San Diego, running the ball to kill some time on the clock could be fruitful, but their numbers haven't been too impressive. So maybe Florida has a chance over there. They have 2 more timeouts remaining, but they may not have enough time when they get the ball back, if they do.
San Diego has to convert the first down. Remember, earlier in this game, Finlay missed about a 42-yarder, and that's about where they are now. Huge stop in the backfield. Nick Hoagland loses yards, and another quick timeout from the Storm.
And that's also outside of a field goal range, which is incredible.
Very, very tough now. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're Florida, do you give them the 1 or 2 yards and try to test Finley's leg again, or do you want San Diego to punt it to you and you have that much further to go? Interesting situation here for the Storm. Base 4-3 defense. San Diego in a split back look. Scar Patterson changing the play a little bit. See what he comes up with. 3rd and 7 for the Mavericks. Out route left side. Gunnar Lewis has the catch, but they're going to mark him out of bounds, Mark.
And it's a free timeout because it stops the clock. Oh no!
Man, so fortuitous for the Florida Storm. They are going to bring, San Diego is going to bring out their punter to try to pin Florida back deep. A touchback here for the Mavericks would be worst case scenario. You have to get this one out of bounds, or your hands, your special teams unit has to pin this one. You cannot let this go into the end zone, Mark.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Pressure is on here in this game. Just a minute to go, but with the way that Ron Cochran has left the last couple of drives, you feel like they have it in them. Good punt down the sideline. No! Bounces in. Best case for Florida, worst case for San Diego. Florida with an opportunity, ball at their own 20, 51 seconds remaining. Florida does have, I believe, one timeout still in their possession. Nope. Looking down at the ticker, they have none remaining. So Florida, no timeouts, going to have to go all the way down the field, 80 yards at least. They can win with the field goal, Mark. Be interesting to see what kind of drive Cochran can put together here. 3 wide receivers on the field for the Storm. Quick drop, quick throw. EJ Minson can't get out of bounds, so the Storm are going to go hurry up. Minson slow to get up on the sideline. They got to hurry. 40 seconds and counting. Dime 3-2-6 look from the Mavericks. Another quick route. Cochran takes a shot down the field. Tipped. Almost intercepted. You got to be careful. The only good thing about that play is it stops the clock for the Storm. Ray Lenurl III almost sealed the game.
Man, if you're Florida, really, you're kicking yourself. I mean, there's still a chance. They don't have timeouts. They have a chance for 2-3 long plays and a spike somewhere in between. They only need a field goal, and that's going to win it for them.
Empty set for Ron Cochran under center. Quick drop. San Diego brings the pressure, and it's intercepted. San Diego's going to seal this game. Zach Holdorf, MVP of this game, seals it for the Mavericks.
And wow, Florida, the #1 takeaway team, not today. That's San Diego pulling off number 6 interception against the legendary Ron Cochran, and what a way to seal it. And you're right, Zach Holdorf has been all day, every day. Guess what? That was number 3 interception for him to add to 4 pass deflections and 5 total tackles. What a beast of a defender.
Now looking at just one kneel down for the Mavericks, all they need to expire the clock on this one. What a game, Mark. This has been a game. All the safety from Alex Dominguez. There's the timeout. So Florida takes a timeout to stop the clock. And we're looking at 27 seconds. So one more kneel down from Scar Patterson will wrap this thing up. But again, Mark, just a phenomenal game all game long. Elsewhere in Simulation Football League action, that game between Lone Star and Atlanta does wrap up. Lone Star securing that 41-27 win. Here we've got a 27-25 win on the way for the Mavericks, and it's been I would say Nick Hoagland for the Mavericks offensively is that change of pace that helped get them that win. Their offensive attack, through the air is what you expect. Scar Patterson playing great ball, minimizing his turnovers, and then Nick Hoagland carrying the load for the Mavericks today, helping out Christian Pierce, the rookie running back, shoulder that load against a tough Florida defense. Did just enough for San Diego to sneak in here on the road and take this win. We've got the final whistle. Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Mark, heck of a ball game. Why don't you wrap this one up on some of your key points from this ball game?
Yeah, and we were talking about takeaways being one of our key points as the game, with the onset of the game, and I did not expect it to be a key against Florida, because what a way to win this game, forcing 6 interceptions against Ron Cochran. This San Diego defense has been lights out all day. Florida also has been incredible on defense. This has been a great battle by the defenses, turnovers left and right. San Diego coming on top, care off of that one. We saw Florida, gotta give them credit. Alex Dominguez forcing a safety. They've really muted this running defense, only allowing a total of just over 40 rushing yards. But nonetheless, Nick Hoagland carried the rushing load for the most part. Did some nice things, inside, and that was enough for Scar Patterson, and his, incredible passing had 318 yards as well. Contributed to the incredible comeback by San Diego. I believe Florida was on the lead the majority of the second half, and then San Diego just with a flip of a switch, a lot of turnovers, scores a touchdown in the dying minutes of the fourth quarter.
This was a mark. Watching this game, I thought the defensive backs for both teams played about as good as you can play,
Yep.
regardless of all the yards through the air. I mean, 7 turnovers in this game, and I felt like we saw the versatility of both of these teams. Both teams sent defensive backs on blitzes. Both teams hit home with those defensive back blitzes. Both teams had some interceptions, deflections all over the field, and it's not only that, big hits from these
Right.
defensive backs as well, stepping up, taking on the fullbacks and tight ends. You just love the effort from the what are supposed to be some of the smaller defenders out there, but you love that aggressiveness that they came out with here in this ball game. Both sides played a heck of a game, but really a big credit to San Diego with their game plan. It looks like they implemented the right moves in this week, and it came up big for them. I think that's some of the things that Florida was wanting to do. They had players in position. Like you called out a couple of times, they were well prepared on the slants. Florida was finding some success on the out routes and corner routes, but I think that San Diego wanted to take away the middle of the field, and they executed perfectly here in this ball game. Player of the game in this one, Liam Hammer, 6 receptions, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns, just under 30 yards per reception. What a day! But honorary player of the game, Zach Holdorf, you balled out, man. Great game in this one. But that's going to be it for us here in the booth. Stay tuned later on tonight. We've got a couple more games in this one. This has been Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Week 4 action. I've been Stephen Hacker along with Mark Lopez. And the stats truck was Jay Hayden, James Walters, and Ron Haynes. Commissioner, producer Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. Y'all have a great night.
Good night.